Hi, I'm feeling better now. I really am. I think talking about stuff too kind of makes me feel better. I was a little irritated yesterday watching. I mean, when you see people doing witchcraft and you know what they're doing, it's really irritating. And that's kind of too. I thought, oh, I got cut off on my last video, so I thought I'd come back and talk to people because I know a lot of people have been molested and a lot of people have survived pedophiles and whatnot, or even sexual assaults as an adult. And surviving it while faced with people in your life that will ignore you because they know the truth. Uh, the abusers are coddled, they're protected, and the person that got hurt has to face those people all their lives and look at them, look at their happy lives, and know they look down on you because you had something done to you by people they care about and they don't care enough about you to stand up for you. So, yeah, it gets a little, it's sad. It's really sad. So, for some days, I can deal with it okay, other days, not as much. So, I thought I'd get back on here and just speak to that because I know a lot of people have been through that. And if you're not, and if you haven't, I'm sure you've gotten treated poorly enough in your life by people that you could probably um, relate to it in some sense, you know. So, so I would call this surviving the silent ridicule on a daily basis because it's there, you know. Like, say, okay, so I go to talk to my cousins and they're all quiet and trying not to because, oh, they don't want to upset Barb. They don't want to say anything that will make me speak my mind, God forbid. Can you imagine that me doing a eulogy at a funeral of an abuser? You know what it would sound like? Oh yeah, she pretended to be a really nice person, but in all reality, she boffed her son, something like that, or wanted to sacrifice my children, you know. Oh yeah, that would go over real big with the family, Yeah. So, um, I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth. These people destroyed my children's lives because they couldn't get their way with me, and their way was a very sick way. So, yes, it's true. Um, Furthermore, I just found out today, I mean, I have my suspicions that my little cousin Brian was my dad's son, his own niece. Um, pretty much had it confirmed today. So, yeah, I had a rather rough day, I guess you'd say. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what else more to tell you, but I know there's people that are out there that are going through these things and have gone through these things, and there is no shame in talking about it because I didn't do anything to anybody, and I never would. So, and people that have been through that, you know what I mean? We have a right to talk about it, and it's good to talk about it. You absolutely should let somebody know, hey, this happened to me. And I'd be able to say, that is a crying shame. You cry, it's their shame, you know? So, yeah. kind of just shooting the breeze here, not a whole lot. Um, if you're watching me, Bruce, I've got 700 videos to categorize, and nothing that I've said about the Masons is absurd. I'll read your comment again and I'll get back with you, but probably not tonight. I've had enough. I love you, brother. You know I do. Um, that's all I'm going to say on that tonight. Uh, if I'm talking about a situation and you're in a situation and you're entirely different, then you're one of the good guys. All praises. Not to you, but for you, you know. So, um, as in proud for you, you know. So, and I know you're a good person and have a lot of love, so I'm not coming down on you. When I'm coming down on people and I use those terms, I'm not speaking to anybody in particular. I'm talking about the situation that's out of hand that we all know full well what's going on. That just happens to be affiliated with a lot of other affiliated associations. So I'll just leave it there, you know. But when the Masons cover up the fact that both my sons were raped, but by a little devil, a Demolay, and this was covered up, it was done on purpose. I fought him in court to keep my kids away. So, this isn't just one extreme. This, not just my kids, but me too, and many others. And I have granddaughters to be concerned about. So, don't step over the line with me, you know, because I'll wish you into the wishing well, and you know you don't want that. So, I love you. I'll leave it on that note, you know, really. Maybe I took your comment wrong. Like I said, I'll reread it again. But everybody needs to know why I'm out here. I've been out here for 20 years getting information out to people and making sure they knew. Like the CDC stuff with the swine flu, that was me. So getting it out there. The ingredients, Cocker Spaniel and bug DNA, for God's sakes, come on, you know, to cure us? No, you know. So, yeah, because I gave them an ultimatum. It's like, and then I went back in to get my records and they were gone, but I had printed them out. And then I was writing a book. It was called You Can Run, But You Can't Hide. And my very expensive computer somehow erased everything. Huh, isn't that odd? And I had a backup. So I could go on and on to the stuff that they've done to me and the battles I've been through, but, and I will. That's why I'm here. But it would be really hard for me to categorize my 700 videos, and most of them is a giant complaint of you're not going to hurt the working person anymore and get away with it type of situation and use people. That's what people do, you know. And when they're in positions to do that to many people and get away with it, that's not cool, you know. I know there's some good people out there, and I met them. There's good Masons. They don't know the whole thing. And if they do and they're okay with that, then they're just going to have to deal with God when they get to that point, the day of their death. And they should be worried. So, what's everybody up to? You glad your week's almost over? I kind of am and kind of not because to me it doesn't really matter. Every day is exactly the same. I like that song. So, oh, Bruce, did you see go look on my song list way down towards the it says some of my songs. There's let me see if I get this right. Something me. M I salami. Posalami. I think that's how you say it. Um I think you'll know it. It's an older song that they redid and it sort of sounds like surfing music, you know. Um but anyway, I was searching for that song for the longest time. I might have asked you a couple years ago if you knew of a French song that was like surfing music. Well, I found it and that's it. So you might want to listen to it. And then it's got the English translation. The guy is speaking the English words, which is even funnier, you know, about his cat on his chest and he spills his whiskey into his milk. It's like, wow, okay. I did not know that's what they were saying. But yeah, I've been listening to your French videos too, and some of the words I catch, like I could tell you were talking about the if nobody knows Bruce, it's excuse me, Bruce Swartz. Bruce sees all. Um, has fabulous moon footage with his telescope and other footage, even using a camera, a smaller telescope, and a bigger one that the community got, and the equipment that he's invested in everything. It's phenomenal. And some of the music is his, and others that have written music. Um, Absolutely wonderful channel. So I'm not putting nobody down. I'll endorse your channel big time. So unless you're endorsing pedophiles, then you can take a hike and hike real far and do not come back. So, which I don't see that of you. So, anyway. So, yeah, Bruce sees all rocks. In fact, he doesn't always rock. Some of his music is more symphonic and quite beautiful. And at night, it's really relaxing. It's nice to turn the lights down low and watch some moon footage. It's relaxing, really cool. And you know, you can see the colors up there in the water and the trees and the buildings. It's so obvious, you know. Huh. Yep. In fact, there is two videos today, one on his French channel and one on his other. The link to his French channel will be in the description on his regular videos. So you can go and subscribe to that too, and then you'll get two, like usually every day, and then Friday live streams and stuff. Really nice community, very nice people. Not sure, excuse me, the rude religious bastards that pretend that they have God in their heart when they're cutthroat, backstabbing behind your back type of people, you know? So, which happens all the time. Like if they could just see themselves working for Satan while they're doing it, but they pretend they don't, that type, you know? It's like, oh, okay, carry on. So I dealt with a lot of that in like yesterday, and yeah, let's put it this way, I had somebody call me Mrs. Barb, which is cool, but I don't consider myself Mrs. because I gave a legal letter of divorcement. So this person that is single, literally lusting after somebody that we're watching, calls me that to make herself feel better, you know? So whatever, you know. So I'm serious. And some of you might have seen it over on Robin's Hood, you know, but that's okay. I have these little girls that are doing that want to paint me with their paintbrush. It's like, no, not happening here. I've never been like that. Not one day in my life. So I always figured I'd rather be alone than settle for less, than even being less for myself, you know. Serious. If you know what I mean by that. Wouldn't you rather be able to hold your head up and say, I've conquered this issue in my life? And I was doing that as a teenager, you know? So why am I going to say I didn't conquer it if I did? And I can say, hey, it's possible. Because, see, Satan will say these little things at you and you just tell him to take a hike. No, I'm not owning that. Get, and get again. Not doing it, not going there. Not even thanks, but no thanks. Um, Take it back to hell where you brought it from and keep it there. That's what that is. So, yeah, so I was a little crabby going into last night with the headache and then today, and I kept trying to pretend I didn't have that headache. And a lot of it was sorrow, um, not stress, just sorrow. You know, you can only, I mean, I didn't cry, but it isn't a happy feeling to have somebody treat you bad, you know. I mean, every day, you know. So that's okay. And then there was a lot of smart ass comments, and it's like, yeah, okay, that's all right. I'll deal with that too. No, and it is true. And I've seen this, and I know this to be a fact that somebody that came against me last year had body parts cut off them. I mean, I didn't wish it on them, it just happened. But isn't that ironic? Stuff like that happens. It's like, well, they have good doctors. Maybe they enjoy that or something. I have no idea, but I've seen it. I've seen a person who tried to kill me get cancer and have colon colonostomy, another one colon rectal surgery, another one lung cancer and died. Um, Probably more than I realized. So, well, I'm going to let this go. I just want to say I'll come back in better spirits tomorrow. I know I will, but I don't expect that I'm not going to be crabby again because this crap doesn't end, you know? When it does, I'll be happier for real, you know? But yeah, maybe I'll sing some music tomorrow or something. Or look up some really good words or I love words. Especially when they're applied the right way without witchcraft but just slam dunk from God. Gotcha. Booyah. You know, that type of thing. Love it. It always works. God gives you the words when you're faced with your adversary. He does, you know. And they probably will sound kind of humorous and make people laugh. True story. God's got a sense of humor. I wonder if he cuts the buttholes out of people on this planet, so when they get to heaven, they won't be such asses. I'm gonna leave you on that note. Oh, okay. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota. I love y'all. Thank you for joining me.